Hi there, sweetheart. I'm glad to see you're home from playing with your friend. Child, what have you done to your hair? It is full of candy. Yeah, I can see it. Your long, lovely hair. It is full of candy. What the heck? Oh my god. No, 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 no. No, you're not going back outside to play more. No. I said no. You're going to the kitchen, you're getting your hair cleaned and cut. Yeah. You can't go around with candy in your hair. Come on, into the kitchen. Let me take a look at your hair. Let's see. We got disastrous bubbles, bubble gum. We got. Is that. Oh, God, it's taffy. It's not even the good kind. Is that a sucker? Why is there a sucker in your hair? You have a lollipop stuck to your bangs. Why is there. Oh my god. Is that. Is that chocolate? Oh god, you've been rolling all over the entire candy kingdom, getting your hair completely covered in gunk. Oh, if your mommy was here, she'd kill me. Okay, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We are going to we're gonna need a hot water sprayer. Yeah, we're gonna have to spray your hair with hot water to melt the sugar out. Yeah, it is so thick with all that stuff. Alright, let me. Okay, here we go, here we go. Alright. Okay, hold still, I'm gonna start spraying. Just a little more. Okay. Now. Alright, that looks. Alright, looks like it melted most of that out. Alright, I'm gonna start cutting your hair. Let's see. Grab the scissors. We got brush, the comb, and we got your mommy's magical hairbrush to help get out some of the bubble gum. Alright. Um, Before we start cutting, why don't we go ahead and brush out some of that stuff? Okay. Oh, oh, well, I knew one day you were going to ask that question. Well, you're growing up kind of fast too, so it's not surprising. Well, sweetie, I know I know you ask because you don't have a mommy. Your mommy's not here. And daddy sometimes talks about her. And I know that the other kids sometimes make fun of you because you don't have a mommy. But it's kind of a long story. what happened. And Daddy promised Mommy that he would tell you. And so, since you asked, I guess I have no choice but to tell you. I was just really hoping you'd be a little older. So, Mommy was very sick for a very long time, and she never told Daddy. And, you know, Daddy and Mommy never thought we'd ever have kids because we were always told she couldn't. And then one day, my miraculous little light, you were conceived. And we were so happy. And Mommy was still sick, but she never told Daddy about it. She hid it from him and from everyone else. And then one day you were born, and what's the matter, honey? Oh, no, sweetie, no, shh. It's okay, it's okay. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong, honey. Mommy was just really, really sick. It wasn't because you were born, honey. It wasn't because you came into the world. She was just really, really sick, sweetheart. You didn't do anything. It's not your fault at all. No. Don't think that. No. It's not, no, absolutely not your fault, honey. She had just been really sick for a really long time. Uh-huh. It's okay. It's okay. So, anyway, here, let Daddy get the scissors. Where did Daddy learn to cut hair? He learned from your mommy. Mommy did a lot of things. Cutting hair, driving sports cars. She did a lot of stuff. She was really into writing stories and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Well, Mommy could be very creative. What was Mommy like? Well, Mommy was... She had blonde hair and green eyes like emeralds. And she was... She could make you laugh when you were really sad. Kind of how you do with me sometimes. Mm-hmm. Yep. And she could also be very kind. And she was also very gentle. And surprisingly very generous. Yeah. Well, it's just... Yeah, sometimes Daddy gets sad. Yeah. Yeah, Daddy gets lonely too. You know, that reminds me about the books, the stories that Mommy used to write. Mommy made a very special book for the both of us. And Daddy's been going through it over the years. And Mommy was very clever. Yeah. Did mommy ever get to hold you? Yeah, yeah, she did. She had a couple of years of life left in her after you were born. You know what, though? That's how she had the time to make that a book. It's a picture book with stories in it. Stories about how she used to hold you and feed you and clean you. Uh huh. I know. But this was before you were potty trained, sweetie. Yeah. Well, you don't remember any of it, honey, because you were extremely young. And you had a lot of growing to do. But I'm afraid right around the time as just before you turned 3, when you were still 2 years old, mommy's body just gave out, honey. And that's how come daddy's the only parent you've ever known. Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff in that special book that mommy made for you and me. She made it for you to know what she was like. She filled it with stories of things she did when she was a girl, and the things she did before she met daddy, and how she met daddy. Yeah. What? So you think daddy should start dating again, huh? You think he should go out and see other people? I see. You're worried about daddy. Well, I appreciate that, honey, but you think that your school teacher and I should go out sometime? Honey, I'm sure Mrs. Flores is a very nice woman, but Mrs. Flores has a husband, sweetie. Yeah. Uh huh. Yeah. What about Mrs. Johnson? Sweetie, listen, my little light. I don't think that would be very appropriate because Mrs. Johnson's husband has only been dead for about a week or two, sweetheart. She's probably still grieving. And trying to do that would be very rude or inappropriate. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, you think that Mrs. Benson would be a nice match for me, huh? You're really putting a lot of thought in this, aren't you? Yeah, I can tell. But let's not worry about that right now. Let's finish cutting your hair. Okay. Alright, let's try combing out some of that stuff. It should just be all hair at this point, but we'll see, huh? We'll see. Well, mommy's sickness was very serious, and She knew she didn't have much time left, so she wanted the little time she had left to count. There was no doctors and no surgeons and no magical healers and no one that could cure her sickness, honey. Everyone tried, but in the end, nothing could stop it. Mm-hmm. Are you going to get sick like that? Oh no, sweetie. No, 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 no. No, this particular sickness only affected one person out of a billion. So, unfortunately, it was extremely rare. And it's not one that can pass from parent to child. So, you're not going to get sick like that, no. Yeah, sometimes Daddy gets sad when he thinks of Mommy, but he always remembers her with great fondness. Mm-hmm. Okay. I think we're going to do just a little more brushing, and then we're going to dust you off. What about the brush? Yeah, it was Mommy's brush. It was a magical brush. It's very special to her. Well, it made her hair cutting very easy because, you see, a lot of people would come in and they'd have stuff stuck in their hair like you do. And she could just take this brush with a little bit of hot water and voila, instantly clean their hair. Brush still works, but it's not been the same since your mommy left. No. I tell you what, sweetie. Why don't we, as soon as we get done fixing your hair, Daddy'll cook supper, and while he cooks supper, you can go through that book. Mm-hmm. And you can. Here, we're gonna brush off all the excess hair now. And then you can ask Daddy questions till your little heart is content about what Mommy was like. Yeah. Just a little bit more, sweetheart. Yeah, Mommy was very, very talented. Did she have a favorite color? Of course she did. Uh-huh. Believe it or not, her favorite color was purple. She loved purple. Yeah. Yeah. That's why a lot of your stuffed toys are purple. She bought most of them for you. Uh-huh. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, sweetie. Now, why don't you go get the book, sit at the table, and Daddy will answer your questions while he makes dinner. And You behave yourself.